What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, well, we have a pre-proposal in the mix. Unfortunately, it is not the one that I was looking forward to, which is the Rift Watchers for DEC. I don't know what's going on with that, but we do have something that is equally exciting in many ways. This is an idea that I feel like Matt threw out a long time ago, and while he didn't put this pre-proposal in, it's good to see somebody taking action. So CryptoEater is the one who is who put this proposal in. It looks like it was sponsored, or at least the fee was sponsored. Proposal fee was sponsored by Aqualis DAO, which we heard about a while back, but we're not going to get into that. We'll cover it maybe at the end. But here's the proposal. We want to revamp the market fees to include a 2% DAO royalty. So what we're going to do, or at least what CryptoEater is proposing here, there's going to be four main changes. First, you're going to set the market fee to 6%. It's currently at 5% as the default, but there are some places I believe you can get less than 5%. For example, you can choose to do, I think, like 4 or 4.5% on peak monsters, and there might be even less on some other places. Now, of that 6%, 2% market fee will go to the DAO, 2% will go to the market UI assisting in listing, and then the other 2% will go to the market assisting in selling. To be honest, I'm not sure what the difference in that is, so if somebody can explain that to me, I would appreciate it. But that's kind of where we're at right now. And if I think about the fact that there's at least 5%, I'm assuming it's getting split between these two right here, so we're just adding in the market fee that goes to the DAO. Now, when there's no market UI that's used, the amount will go to the Splinterlands company. Cool with me. Okay, so what this means, you're going to increase the increase of 1% of fee to sales or any transactions really, but you will also be increasing the DAO funding, and this will be an ongoing funding in DEC. So we'll decrease in funds reward in the markets that only facilitate sales, new opportunities for earnings by marketplaces, and a new change of how the market protocol is coded. Now, again, I'm not super technical, so I don't necessarily want to get into all that, but happy if somebody else wants to explain it to me. So here's the benefits. All market UIs will have the incentive to develop tools to help both sides of all the different markets. That sounds good to me. The DAO will receive 2% of all market transactions. That's fantastic. The DAO receiving increased funds can help reduce circulating supply of DEC and give the community more capabilities in the future via increased DAO funds. I'm all for it. Number 4, decrease of circulating DEC supply will help the overall token prices of Splinterlands and help bring DEC back to peg, thus moving us closer to the flywheel effect. These are all kind of connected. And then number 5, listing fee under the standard rate 6% is no longer accepted. For example, bot sellers will no longer be able to list at 1% fees. So there you go. I knew that some people could do like way less than that. So this is going to kind of standardize the market protocol across all different third parties, it seems. So potential drawbacks: market interfaces may see a decreased focus on building selling tools in comparison to listing tools. A general decrease going to market interfaces, so including funds to the Splinterlands community. Sellers will see normal rates go from 5% to 6%, which could be, for those in mass, right, 1% or losing 1% could be significant. A reduction of kickback to those who buy on sites that promise immediate revenue share on their purchases. So something like Monster Market, which I personally use, that's going to impact there. So it looks as though, from an implementation standpoint, that CryptoEater did speak with Yaba Matt already about it. He does not anticipate that implementing this proposal will require a large development effort, and things can be changed in the future by just tweaking the initial, or after the coding is done, they can just go in and tweak the changes. So personal thoughts from CryptoEater: I believe oversupply is the biggest issue plaguing Splinterlands. I actually agree with that, but it's like across everything. It's across all assets, really. This can be corrected with an increased player base, more demand, or an overall reduction in supply. This focuses on reducing the supply of DEC, thus getting us closer to the flywheel effect. Furthermore, the proposal incentivizes third-party marketplaces to develop useful tools for listing and buying. So based on the last 6 months of volume and average price of DEC found on Peak Monster's dashboard, this proposal could take out of circulation over 400 million DEC per year, representing just under 8% of the current supply. But 400 million per year is not insignificant when you think about how much how much there is out there and how much we're hoping to burn. There's an oversupply right now, so 8% doesn't seem like that much, but keep in mind, or 8% or 400 million may not seem like that much, but in the future, I'm anticipating we're not going to get up to the 6 billion. Well, let me rephrase that. We're obviously going to have a lot more, because if all land is utilized to the max, there's going to be 7.5 billion, but it will be staked, so it won't necessarily be liquid the way that we're looking at this kind of 5 billion out there right now. So this is before accounting for lands, assets, and rental markets. All right, so all this proposal alone may not bring Splinter to the moon. It's long overdue modernization to the Splinter market structure, which will assist in the sustainability of the game's economy in the long run. Marketplaces may lose revenue in the short term, but stronger tokenomics supports token value, which is ultimately the driving force for asset demand, utility, and volume. Now, here's the thing. 6%, the jump to 6% is significant. Again, it's 1% to me, and I'm not, a big market trader back and forth. So it doesn't affect me in that way, although I know it'll affect or impact a lot of folks who like to play the market and therefore, will buy cards or sell cards based on trying to reduce that fee. Now, the simple fact that you're going to have to pay 6% regardless. I can't go on to Peak Monsters and only list on Peak Monsters for 4%, or these bots can't do this 1% thing. That's going to be a significant change for a lot of people. What I do like is a portion of the fee. Right now, it's 1/3 of the fee, right? 2% out of the 6% going towards the DAO. That's actually the most important thing for me, and is probably the reason why I will vote for this. Again, at the end of the day, I want to see changes, and we hear a lot. We hear a lot of like cool stuff coming down the pipeline, but then these proposals aren't really making it in time. So I appreciate CryptoEater coming in and making a proposal. So at this point in time, this is the best that we have. If somebody has a better idea, or if Matt or someone from the team wants to chime in and adjust it, similar to what we did with the anti-bot proposal, then I'm all for it. But at this point in time, I think it would be good to get more DEC out of circulation. I think it'd be good to get more DEC into the DAO. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's DEC or not, but it would be good for the DAO to have other ways of earning revenue. Keep in mind, this is something that is in the white paper for GLS, right? So with that platform, they are very much planning for the DAO to be funded in the long term by market activity. So it's like way long overdue, because that white paper came out in October of last year. So at the end of the day, this is something that I think at least is a good start. Maybe the details, or the finer details, are things that people will fuss over, and that's fine. But at this point in time, I'm planning to vote for it. Although, as usual, I am curious to know what your hesitations would be and why you wouldn't agree with this. Again, especially from a technical standpoint, if I'm not understanding something, would love to get your insight on that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.